live, we live, we live, we live. Where my peoples at? Where my dreamers at? Where my dreamettes at? Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Greetings, greetings. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this live, you know what to do to this live. Subscribe right now. Oh man, the energy's up today. I'm feeling good. The energy's up. I'm ready to go. I'm missing one thing. I was waiting for my brother to come from upstairs and get me that bagel, but I'm missing the bagel in this whole situation. It's the morning time, good energy, good vibes. I love you guys. How y'all doing out there? It's been a lot of things going on over the weekend. Before we get to that though, before this live right here, it's sponsored to you guys by Inspired by Dreams Shop. And that's my clothing brand, you guys. Inspired by Dreams. And I have two important videos I wanted to drop today for you guys, and they're up. One of them is how to unstress yourself from social media. I really want you guys to pay attention to that. Look into that video after this live is over. It really is needed in these times for people just going through stressful times and having to deal with social media on the daily. So you guys check that out when it's over. And I also have a reaction video, which I know you guys like, on the carjacking crisis, which is going around all around the world. And people are just handing out this trauma to people, dishing it out, dishing it out, dishing it out like it's free lunch. And it's just not right. So we're going to talk about all that. We're going to break it all down. My energy's good. I'm feeling good. And you guys got to know, for you to get this energy up, you have to wake up with this good energy to go out there and be your best self. So I wanna just give you a little tips, and I'm gonna give you a little insights of what I was talking about in the video, and you guys can check it out. So let me see. Number one. Did you guys get a chance to see the trailer for the new Joker movie? Did you guys get a chance to see it? The new Joker movie, I think that and Trap is like a tie. It's a tie. I'm gonna watch both of them, man. But those two movies are something very I'm looking forward to. I believe it's coming out August 8th. Don't mark me on that without checking, but I believe it's August 8th. The new Joker movie. Little horse this morning. Yeah, so I seen the trailer, and it looks like the Joker this time around. I like the character. I like they kept the same character. I felt like they're building on this character, just making the Joker a better character in the audience's eyes. Because remember, the Joker changed a few times, so just getting the character and the audience to be one. I think this movie is gonna do it. This one right here, the first one, it was a little disconnected from the audience because it was some things in there were like a surprise, just his life and everything they was trying to highlight. But this particular trailer, I need you guys to check it out, man. The new Joker trailer, it has like its mental health ish feel to it to the Joker. So definitely something that I really want to go check out. It looks a little spooky at the same time. It looks like a dope action like how we used to. So yeah, that's one thing. And I want to send healing energy to everybody out there who has lost a family member over the weekend, over the past weeks. Just sending healing energy out to you guys. The first thing I wanted to talk about is this Sonya Massey body cam footage. And I just want to open you guys up to just a not a different, because we already seen the demonic things that went down in the whole video, but it has a lot to do with mental health. A lot to do with mental health, you guys. Mental health is playing a part in the majority of these crimes. And I'm not just saying mental health just for that lady. I'm saying also for the cop that had to see it. Everything in this time, it's induced with mental health, and I see it from a different angle. I see a person that the cop, that's why I said, cops have to have this deal. I think it's not a daily, but maybe like a monthly, just health check on their mental, because the things that they see on the daily is not easy on the intake. We have to be fair here on both sides. Not saying that cop was right or anything. That cop was absolutely wrong and had murder on his mind. But at the end of the day, everybody needs a mental health check when it comes to situations, because dealing with the violence every single day, it changes your outlook on life. It changes your decisions that you make. And that's one of the things I wanted to highlight with that whole situation, that mental health was still a part of that. And in these times, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing crimes that we never seen before. we might have seen the crime before, but the way the crimes are being done, that's the reason why. It's mental health. People are just throwing their life away just to get away with something. And that's one of the reasons why, I put out videos like this. I want you guys to really, 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 when you get a chance, check out my How to Unstress Yourself on social media with the anxiety, because I deal with anxiety myself, but I've been working it out, and I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know that I'm getting through it. It's okay. It's cool. I'm getting through it. The intake that I take on social media, I give myself a second day to just let it all out. What's up, y'all? Yeah, my God, not only that thing, it made my skin crawl because it's so scary to know that you're trying to call for help, and you still have to be aware that you might be the person in target in the situation. And this is so crazy because mental health, let me tell you, I seen another on a different situation. I seen this lady, she had mental health issues, and she was just calling the cops like repeatedly, and it was over like 400 and something times, and they actually charged her and stopped. We have to deal with those issues before it gets out into the public. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. If mental health issues were solved or had a place where people could go resolve their issues and what they're thinking, a lot of these situations would have never had happened. And I think as cops out there, they have a tougher responsibility to know how to define what mental health is, and know how to treat different suspects that they come encounter with, and know how to define a person calling for help and a person that is, that's being a problem. So that whole thing, it messed me up. It messed me up. It messed me up. Not I cleared my head off of it. I didn't stay on the body cam footage too long, and I didn't stay keep watching it because the intake on that thing, trust me, it'll take your soul away just watching things like that. Don't put it all in there. Just know that, pray up to God for that, and we know we got to stand behind their families, and we give our energy, our good energy, because they're gonna still need good energy, the families to keep pushing on. So what we seen was the wrong thing. We didn't have to see something like that, and it's a damn shame that type of stuff is happening in places where you can't even trust the people that's supposed to protect you. It's scary. It's scary. It's a scary thing. That's why I say, with all the confusion and all the bickering back and forth, what we are missing out on is what's really going on, the big picture. The big picture. We fighting ourselves, and people are fighting us, and everybody's fighting us, and we have to get together and one day say, you know what, hold on, let's just stop fighting and let's stick together, man. Because I mean, now how we have to fight between mental health, the issues with people policing us, and we can't even trust in ourselves. It's scary out here. I really feel it's scary. I see it. A lot of incidents like that is gonna happen if the cops can't define a person that has mental issues from a person that is just outright crazy, or going out there to harm somebody. There's a difference between that, and I think there should be a different type of officer. But now we're seeing nowadays there's a shortage of police, and all over around the world there's a shortage of police, because it seems like people get in the system, and some people go in there with good hearts and want to do better for their community and want to do certain things, but being faced with so many different things and whatever they have to deal with back there, now they get a different outlook of why they even came in, and why and what they're dealing with. People have problems at home, and they're taking it on the job, taking the job problems and taking it back home. These type of things is what corrupts your mind, and now you can't think straight or to make the right decision in anything you do. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be like an arrest. It could be just a decision, a life making decision that you might take a little bit too serious, and now you're pulling out guns just like the person that you were supposed to defend, or you supposed to defend the people from. It's sad. It's sad, man. Because who's the criminal nowadays? It look like from a large view of a large lens, it looks like everybody's the criminal now. It looks like everybody's a criminal. I get, when I see things like that. That thing, man, it's And now let's just jump in on another note, just to take I want to bring my energy back up a little bit, but this is not anything good. But Keefe D he's they say he's allegedly he went undercover in an attempt to prove that Diddy was part of this whole Tupac murder. Look, listen, when it comes to Tupac and the whole murder situation, I want you guys to really pay attention what's going on. Look, Tupac was murdered. Biggie Smalls was assassinated. Two different things. Two different things. And I think that Keefe D shouldn't have. I don't know if what he's saying could be true because you're taking information from a person that's in a situation trying to get himself out of it. So what are you gonna take his word for that when he already put himself in a place where he was a part of this whole situation? So he already put himself in prison, and now that you want to put somebody else in prison, you and he's trying to get himself out. Now he's gonna tell on whatever he feels, or I don't know if it's true or not about him and Diddy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not just the type of person just because Diddy has the other situation going on with the females and he has his own problems going on that way. I'm not the type of person just throw a whole bunch of things on them and just have to straight out believe it. I feel like with the Keefe D situation, there's not a lot of truth, not a lot of things we can stand on at this point. A lot of people in that situation from the past have passed away, and a lot of the information that we're getting right now, it's all been said before, and it's just been turned and twisted in different ways. Now, if he feels like he's at a point where he feels that he has more evidence than we might know with Diddy being involved with this whole putting $1 million on Tupac, well, that's a damn shame. Because you don't, what people don't understand, yes, the music lives on and, people are great artists and things like that, but you have to remember people are people too. People have families. So when you're out there and you're trying to be this character putting hits on people, that type of thing comes back to you. Like I told you, a wise man once said, whatever you put out there and you do to somebody, it always comes back. He's never seen something not come back. It might not be now, might not be later, might be 2 years later, but it always comes back full circle. And that's just how life works. So if that's something that's going on and he did that in the past, well, maybe that's the reason why everything is collapsing for him now, because we seem like we're in the time where a lot of people need answers. Because without the answers, we're seeing that people are making the wrong decisions in everything from politics all the way down to sports. Or everything is just being highlighted for the wrong things. We got to get our mindsets out of that area. Try to get our mind in the place of solving, resolving, and trying to come up with things that can make things better. Because without that, all we're gonna do is see the same things. Cop just shot down this black lady. Tyler just gets shot. A teenager shoots a female. We're gonna see all these things in a rotation if we don't come jump in the middle of it and say, wait, don't shoot. Hold on, don't hit him. Don't do this. Or wait, hold on, go here. Let me see what. Try to hear people out for what's going on. And that's the main thing to get start. At least have a start, a leg in this fight for, to be, just to have ourselves and no trauma and just a peaceful way of living for people that's coming up in these times. Because right now everybody's on edge. Not only that, I seen a neighborhood that I believe it was in Chicago, and this guy he was carjacking. This guy waking up in the morning to take his family his kids to school and things like that, and this guy runs up and tries to carjack him, not knowing the guy was a retired police officer. So that shootout went and that ensued, and you see the guy running down the block from people's video cams on their house. But when you really think of that, it's like all those people that came in contact with this whole situation is going to deal with some type of trauma. So the more the world just takes trauma into their home, the more that you get used to it, and the dehumanization starts from that point. That's where it all starts. I'm to the point where when I see somebody get shot down now, I want to hear the story before I can feel that type of pain. And that's not my fault. That's social media's fault. So I always try to take a break in between. That's the reason why my show comes on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I explained it in my video. And it's because I need those inside times to have that break, to just get my mind off of that nonsense and really focus on the things that I love. And that's what brings my spirit back up. That's where that comes from. You know, a lot of people They come on social media for the wrong reasons, and they see these views going up because they're talking about a person in this such way. But after a while, what people don't understand, that thing starts weighing on you. That thing starts affecting you as a person. You don't have good supporters like I do have good people here that's really focused in and just have some sense about themselves and really feel good about themselves, and they want better for themselves. You start to get the trolls and the people that just don't even care about life, and they just all attracted to you. But are they really, like, I've seen another content creator say this, are they really following you? Because you as a person, are they following the nonsense? That's what they're really following. So yeah, the views are going up for that stuff, and yeah, we can be depicted as the people that's not, just making things, or just like enhancing things or just promoting things. But there's some of us out here that really care about our communities, and the little bit of views that we get, we appreciate it. So when I see my views, whether it's high or low, I appreciate that somebody spend their time out to listen to something I have to say, because I do my research and I try to make sure that when I put something out there, you guys can take it with you. It's wicked out here when I tell you. It's wicked in the NYC. It's nothing like it how it used to be. It's nothing like it how it used to be, you guys. And I also, I should save it, but I gave you guys a little sneak peek of the shop at the end of one of those videos. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but at the end of one of those two new videos, check them out. Support your boy. Um, Another thing, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. So it says here, um, so Elon Musk, I think he's in support of Trump. It says that he's supporting him of about 45 million monthly. Those guys, they play with big money. A lot of what people think that it's their agendas that's being pushed, the things that they have in their mind set to do, and the people they're set to work with going on into the future. The people that are in cahoots with those people, they're gonna support that person. So, hey, I'm not telling people, oh, you should support this person, also support. I'm not like that. So I can't come on here and just tell you who to support. Everybody has the reasons why they're supporting somebody, and you might have more knowledge than I do than what the reason why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm just hoping the best for everybody. I'm hoping that everybody makes the right decision so that it kind of benefits everybody. Now, not every decision you make is going to benefit every single person, but just the majority of people, so we can leave everybody on this calm note. Because if people don't feel good with the election or however the results, I feel like it's going to be a bigger crisis, more crime, and people are just going to be rebelling. And that's not the state of mind we want people in America. That's not how it's supposed to be. We want to have right now, the energy that I'm getting, that where we should be is in this building stage of building new things and discovering new things. That's where I feel like my mind is at, and a lot of people mind is there, but there's another set of people that their mind is just stuck on, we got to get this for ourselves, and if we don't get this, it's destruction, and cancel them, and what did they do? And that's just not the type of energy you need to be going on into 2025 with, man. We got a lot of things coming forward. We didn't even get to Thanksgiving yet, Christmas. We didn't even see the snowfall in New York City. So we just trying to make it and live our days out, man. Live our days out with good energy, you guys. That's what it's all about. That's what life's about in general. That is what it's all about. Living your days out as happy as you can, and realizing that just having a whole bunch of money, or just beefing all day, or just doing people dirty all day, that's not fulfilling to you as a person or as a human being. That's not the things that's going to make you feel good inside when you walk around somebody scared to come near you because they scared of you. That's not the type of person you want people to want to come towards you, and you guys share blessings and you guys feel loved. You want that love around you. You don't want to have to be watching your back everywhere you go because you did something to somebody. That's not the way of life. That's not the way to live. I'd rather have no money in my pocket. I'd rather be a poor happy man than a rich depressed man. It's just not. It's not. Once you guys figure that part out, man, you'll realize that all this other stuff and all the junk added on to life and all the extra accessories added on into these people's lives, it really doesn't make you who you are. You can find happiness in the little things that's around you, and the happiness in the people that's around you. The first thing of finding happiness is the people around you. If you have bad people around you, no matter how happy you are, you're just gonna, like, their energy can just transfer on you. So you have to, like I told you, have that strength inside of you to know that even if you have to meditate, that brings your mind and it gives your mind like an exercise to be stronger so you can have better intake. When somebody says something bad at you, say something good back at them or pray for them. And these are the type of things that makes you strong as a person. I'm learning this as I go, because I tell you, I see a lot of things out there like elderly people getting hurt, and I'm like, man, almost to the point saying that same nonsense. If this should happen to me, no, I'm not even saying that. Don't even say that. Don't put that in your life. Don't put if it should happen to you. It's not gonna happen to you, and you're gonna be the person to break the cycle of it not happening to anybody else. Because when you invite that type of stuff in your life, that's what enters into your door. You don't want that. You do not want that. Trust me. It's a sad, sad thing about all the violence and things that's going on nowadays. I don't know if you guys heard this, but Big Sean, um, he said he can't. He said, let me hope. I believe that he said he can't drop an album. He excuse me. Big Sean can't drop an album unless beef is attached to unless beef is attached to it, and I understand what that means. Big Sean, every time Big Sean is trying to drop new music, I love Big Sean. Big Sean have been left out of the conversation when it comes to the top rappers as far as one, two, three. They always just put the Drake, Kendrick Drake, and J. Cole, but they always leave out Big Sean, and the reason why is because I guess because Big Sean is more, he's not like a jump in front of the camera type of person, but his music, it speaks so loud. So he had this little, I guess, a little thing going on, as far as like his mental health and him he mentioned something in his live one time about how he was drinking and he got over all that stuff. So when he got his mind clear, he started to realize he had a lot of music in the lab. He wanted to release some, and all of a sudden, here goes the crowd ready for some beef. Oh, you dropping something? Who you beefing with? Because people in these times are so ready for war and they're ready for people to beef with somebody else to drop a project. And the man wasn't even talking about anybody, but you know how you can put things together and people try to make it sound like he was getting at Kendrick just because they want to continue on this fake energy of back and forth beefing just to make it somewhere. I don't get it. Big Sean here, if an artist tells you no, this is not about this person, why would you push for more beef? Just listen to the man's music, and maybe they have some cuts in there that could probably change your way of thinking. That's what music is about, not doing the same thing the last person just did. If you keep doing that, that train is a never-ending train of nonsense. And I'm not saying what Kendrick did was nonsense, but what I'm saying is, what if another person takes Kendrick blueprint and just starts beefing with somebody out the blue? It's not gonna work for them. That worked for him. It's a moment in time in hip hop, him versus Drake. Now everybody's trying to duplicate this. Oh, let's go back and forth. No, you're not gonna stare that same attention. It's not gonna happen. It's actually artificial for you to even do something like that. For you to see what's really going on in society and get on the microphone and jump on there and start talking about some nonsense, that's crazy to me. That's almost like stupidity. You see what's going on in society. Why don't you really pick up your pen and write something down that's substantial that could match with what's going on with the things that's going on outside? You see that going on. If you want to have a war with somebody, tell people about the war that you're having with yourself. Because a lot of people out here, they're not being truthful with themselves. They put on this fake impression that everything is all right. Everything is not all right. We already know that. You could come out now. We're not gonna laugh at you. You can come out now. Nobody's gonna laugh at you. We grown folks out here. We're not just gonna laugh at you. We're trying to find some understanding in things that's going on. I think people are missing out on the real importance of why these times are different than the past. And pay attention to what Gen Z is saying. Pay attention to the youth and understand what they're saying. There is a cry out for help. The violence and this thing, if you decode what the violence and the things that's going on, it's saying a lot of the youth is not satisfied. They're not satisfied. They want this quick and this short term gratification because they don't see themselves in a long term lifestyle. What they're seeing their parents and everybody went through, they don't want to live that way, and they're doing anything to get it, going in the wrong direction. You can steer that same energy that those Gen Z has, and that can be that can have miracles, that can in health, that can cure diseases, in technology that can do miracles. I'm telling you, if you just steer that energy to that direction. But if you keep steering the energy and you got to fight and for everything that you get, that's what people are going to do. That's what they're going to go out there and do. They don't know, because as a human being, you want to protect what you have, and if you don't have something, you're gonna feel left out from the people that have. So that's what happens in these situations. People from low income areas, they're feeling like they're not, because of social media and all the glamorization of fashion and lifestyle of how people are fakely living. That's the only thing they can attract to. They don't, their minds can't see further out that project window. They can see it from social media, and what their intake of what they're seeing is the fake stuff. They're not seeing that behind all of that facade, that there's hurt behind that. So now that's what they aim for. And I see a lot of the youth throwing their life away. And let me tell you, prison is not the place. Prison is a place where you could tell that when you go in there, you can smell the souls lifting in the air. The places, prisons have a dead sense to it. It's like a no way out. Even if you have a time to get yourself out, there's a possibility that you might not ever make it out again. People don't understand that, man. It's just the world needs a different outlook on what success really is, because we've been fed this false sense of success is you just getting over on the next person, or you being better than this person, or you just trying to get there first than this person. That's not what success is. You want to get there first, be a track runner. I did that in high school. That's where you're awarded for that. But when it comes to the reality of life, it's not about getting there first by yourself. It's about pulling people there and you guys getting there together. People lose that, and I know, because I'm dropping jewels on this and I'm being, and it's good vibes. I might not get this video out to a whole bunch of people. They might not be recommended, but for the little few that do watch this, just know that there are people out there that's not thinking like that. There are good people out here that's not thinking like that. That doesn't have a revenge bone in their body, because all their life they grew in a different route, a different route. And happy for the placement and the mindset that I have. I can appreciate myself for that. And I every day when I wake up and I do my little exercise, I always think about the people, like, damn, I gotta get people to think like me. I gotta get people to understand what I'm saying. So you can feel the same way I feel. And get yourself and look at that stuff like, that's not even worth it. All that accessory stuff that people have to add in their life just to try to get on social media and try to act like there's something they're not. That stuff is not even worth it, man. It's not. It's really not. Trust me. Yo, did you guys hear that Michael Jackson bought the rights to Eminem's catalog to get revenge for the Just Lose It song? Did y'all hear that? That's crazy. More fire. That's my cousin. Much love. Love you, bro. You already know. My family, we some peaceful people. We not out here trying to be with that foolishness and how people raise up to war and this and that. I don't. A lot of this politics is just politics, man. It's like, you have to know that when you're dealing with the people around you, that's your community, that's the mayor, that's like the policing that's around us. That's the stuff that's gonna affect us. Now, the stuff that's holding up the world, they're not even letting us in on what's really going on. So how do you think that you can defend somebody or have some kind of strategy towards the future when it comes to war, when you don't even know what the blueprint is? It makes no sense. The war we have to fight first before we go out to the field is the war within us. The war that we have within us. We all have that war within us, whether it's a revengeful war, whether it's a want to do better war for ourselves, do better for our family, the war that, around us, keeping good people around us. Everybody's fighting this little war. We got to come together, man. We got to come together, because nobody's going to win that war unless they get help. The therapy of life. That's why I don't put anything that alters my mind. You can't do that in these times, because that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to think straight. Why would they want you to think straight, making decisions that's gonna be detrimental to their lives and their bank account? They're trying to stuff up their bank account and get their bank account up there forever. While you keep on this 9 to 5, this thing that got your mind feeling like that's the only way you can survive. I'm here living proof to show you that you can survive in a different route. There's two sides of the coin, man. There's always two sides of that coin. One side says, this is what you've been taught, and the other side said, this is what you went out and learned. That's going to be the side that's going to be most valuable for you in these times, not the side that people gave you. This is the side where you have to break this side down. You have to take things from this side to understand how to learn from this side. This is the side where you're gonna have to go out on your own and learn things for yourself. You're gonna have to learn about your people, your culture, your background, why you're here right now. Those are the most important things right now. Because once you figure those things out, you can go out there and start your own business and sell anything you want to do. Because what you're selling is not the product. The product is you. If you believe in something and you got love for something, you believe in it, people adapt to you because they know how much love you have for it. These companies out here, they don't care. They'll sell you garbage and smile and then turn their back and take your money. And you'll start realizing the same way they treat you is the same way you treat their products. You just don't see it though. You don't realize that when you buy that expensive stuff, you throw it right in the closet after you finish after that good night. You ain't going back to that because you don't want people to see you in that again because you're only wearing it once, right? So how much is it? What's the worth in that? What is the worth in that? Think about it. What's the worth in that? If it's something you cherished and something you felt of value, you will want to be wearing that again in different settings. But in these times, you see people taking things, throwing it out. It's because their mind is set to the social media platforms. Oh, I have to get the next picture, this and that. Do you see me put up a lot of pictures and this and don't you think I have a lot of pictures? It's not about that. Every picture tells a tale. And you can tell the fakeness through the way people present themselves. Everything in this world is not perfect. If you're chasing after perfection, you'll lose every single time. That's God's race. And you got to understand that people are chasing after wrong things. You can't win the championship game without a team. The team is your community. You can have all the you have to buy those rings yourself and playing a game nobody's watching and supporting for you to do that. No, the team is your community, wherever you're from. You find the best people around there. The leader is always some leaders in the rubble. Trust me. No matter where you're from, how much poverty you came from, there's always leaders in the rubble. There's always somebody you can find leadership qualities from and somebody that has a different outlook of the things that they see in for face value. And you take that in your mind and you start breaking things down. With social media right now, people are looking up the nonsense. There's so many things you can discover. It's just like a book. You don't want to open the book and read it. You just want it to be read to you. It's all this instant gratification people are looking for that's not there. Instant gratification will leave you bankrupt. Leave your business and somebody taking your business from you because you didn't take the time out to understand what this life is and what it's really about. Come on now. That's why I told you, when you see me with the fashion, it's a passion project. I built it for people that don't want to go out there and look like other people. And they want to dress original and have pieces to collect and wear more than once. And just throw it away like it's nothing. No. When you say a lifestyle, clothes, stories, all of these are from memories. The times, the good times you had. That night you went out and the hat looked nice with your outfit. And you remembered speaking to that beautiful female at the bar and you guys kicked it, chopped it up, and you ended up having a good time. You took it further. It's a story to tell. Not how you had to take the hoodie over your head and pull the mask tight and run down the block and make sure the gun wasn't hot when you ran, put it in your waist when you ran off the block. That ain't how it's gonna work. That story's been told a million times. The tough guy story's been told a million times. And trust me when I tell you, they ain't getting no tougher. Trust me, they're not getting no tougher. It seems like the tougher they are, their health is start decreasing at an earlier age because all that stress and that having to watch their back and having to fight this fight and go through that and shoot at this one and hurt this one, all of that weighed on them. So it shortens their life. So all the toughness is limited. Now the people with the mental strength, that's where the healing comes from. That's why they live those long lives because they beat out the odds. Yeah, he smoked all his life. He probably smoked a cigarette all his life. You want to wonder why he's still living? It's because his mindset. His mind won't let his body take control. It's your mind that you have to have control of. Not that controls your body. People go out here and they walking like zombies, you guys. They out here like zombies. It's the drugs that got them all over the place. It was put in place because you guys don't know how to handle it. And you'll take it, and they wanted you to take your mind off of the things that was going on, but you guys paid attention. And that's the reason why it went corrupt. Because the more you have the cameras on, the more people can see what's going on around them. The more, even if you hide today and you sober tomorrow, when you look back at the footage, it's there. The results are the same. Destruction for fame. So, these are the things that it sets, the way you think and the way going on to into 2025, the way you thinking, don't take things for the face value. When it comes to politics, whatever. Because people will tell you anything with their fingers crossed behind their back. You have to know what you want and how you can get it no matter what. You couldn't tell me you couldn't tell me this is how it's supposed to be and I don't believe in that and I'm going to do it just because you tell me to do it. No, you ain't going to get me to move. It has to be something that I believe in and I feel like there's something coming out of that that's going to be for the benefit or the better for somebody else. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. The selfishness, the greed, the jealousy will one day, that's going to be the thing that comes back and hit people dead in the face. Because that frustration, that energy is what tear people apart, tear their souls apart. Invisible souls. And then, I believe, rest in peace, I believe Slash, his daughter, she committed suicide. I'm believing Slash was a rock and roll star. You guys don't, but I believe I don't know what band he was in, but his daughter had committed suicide. Very sad thing. The rates on that is so high right now because just the intake people have to go through on a daily. That's a thing that I never, had a few friends that committed suicide and it's a questionable thing that we just never have the answers to, but just know that everything happens for a reason, and some people feel like this life is too much to live for them, but that's when you always have to be the person of wisdom and try to always find an answer in the things that's out there. And if you can't find an answer, come to a point where you can settle with the decisions and the whatever you think. Because nowadays there's gonna be a lot of things we see that we never seen before, and that's cool. That's how it's supposed to be. Not seeing the same things over and over. It's like I seen this lady, she was on the news. A fish fall from the sky, land on her car, boom, hit the window. Now, a person that's been social media driven and their mind is so caught up, they're like, yo, they could try to turn that into a conspiracy theory, how the fish came. But the fish did, when they looked at the cameras, the fish did fall from the sky. But the fish fell from the sky because a bird was eating the fish and it fell out the bird's beak and it fell down, and that's what ended up breaking the window. So when you get to the root of what's going on, instead of making up your own or thinking with a mindset that doesn't have any, any truth to it or any resolution to it, that's how you come up with a whole bunch of nonsense. Figure it out for what it is. Figure it out for what it is, y'all. Word. That's how my energy is today. I feel good though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel good. Today's a good day. I know there's a lot going on out there, but I've made it this way where I can get my energy up. After this, I'm actually gonna do another workout. Then I'm gonna get something to eat. I got a bagel, a toasted bagel, raisins, and that's gonna be my little breakfast. But I was anxious to come on here to get this out the way. I got an animation coming, and also another reaction coming. But I want you guys to really still check out the how to unstress yourself from social media anxiety. Please check that out. You guys always like me to talk about some relationships. The last thing I seen on relationships, it's rough out there. I mean, there are people out there that's looking for love, and then there's people out there that's just looking for a good time. And if you don't separate that, you can be confused. You can be confused. The best thing to do is get to know a person before you just jump all in. I see a lot of people putting their self and jumping all in because of a person's look, a person's social media presence, And that's not always the best way to, go. Get to know a person, build with a person, and social media can tell you a lot of truth about a person too, as well as it can tell you lies. So once you start understanding how to break things down and seeing things for what it is, you can find yourself somebody that will be with you for a lifetime. Because you'd be surprised how many people are looking for love and how many people are just out there just right now and just they don't know who to find or where to find that person. You got to get out there, put yourself out there, and just be more. Maybe I might do a video for you guys on that, on the, just how to put yourself out there on social media. I'm gonna have to really research that because there's gonna be some tips I need for myself too. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. Because when it comes to relationships, they change every 5 years. There's always something added into the whole relationship lifestyle or taken out from the relationship lifestyle. And these times it was taken out. We've seen a switch in the male and the female. Who's running the show, and people say, "Oh no, the females are making more." What about both of you run the show? Is that okay? Is that okay to have two? A manager, co-manager. Can't y'all both run the show instead of somebody having to be here? Somebody, I don't know. People are judging their relationships on money. I've never judged a relationship on money, but hip hop would give you this thing, feeling like, yo, you have to have this amount, this amount. Man, that none of that stuff is true. It's never been true, and that's not how people fall in love. That's artificial love. If they want you for one thing, that's not something to do with who you are as a person. They're gonna want you for something else. They wanted all those material things. They can get that from somebody that worships that stuff like them, and they'll probably be a better match. But for a person that has their head on straight and just has goals in life, if they can match up with that, then you found your soulmate. But yeah, but from besides the body cam and this whole election thing, I don't know, man. We gotta really, it's dangerous out here. It's more than dangerous, man. It's more than dangerous. It's to the point where you can just be on your regular routine of going out there and somebody just in the midst of their crime going on, you happen to be involved just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And nowadays, it doesn't matter if you're a female, if you're a baby, an adult, no matter what. Being that so many guns are on the street and all the violence is going around, it seems like anybody can get it. I mean, even if I've seen so many people driving and they get into these feuds, or with pulling up to each other on the car, and then people are pulling out guns and shooting out their window. It's like a really dangerous times. This really dangerous times we living in right now. Find your peace, y'all. Find your peace. Just gotta find your peace. Find your peace. Stay close to the people you love and find your peace. I'm hungry. I might jump back on here, but I have a couple things I want to do. Got a couple things I want to do, man. You guys got to check out my brand, man. I really got some dope pieces out there. I have some really dope T-shirts in there for the females and male. It's unisex. I really got some good pieces. I'm gonna work on some more designs and getting everything together for the back to school. That's a whole package that I'm still working on. So, the back to school, collection is definitely gonna be one of the dopest collections for this year, as far as all the youth going into school and just people going to college and just going out there on the daily. I have something in mind that's gonna really really crush the game, and I want to get it to you guys first. So all my supporters, you'll always have the one up on whatever I drop for the rest of this whole journey. You'll always have the one up. You support me, you're gonna get the one up. And I do discounts for certain supporters. What's up, y'all? Mm, for real. But yeah, man. And I gotta find. I ran out of this thing for my locks. I ran out, man. I ran out. Only got a little bit left. I ran out, so I got to do a refill. So I'm really looking for some new products. So I'm definitely gonna be on YouTube today looking at some locks, products. Yeah. But that's what I have for you guys today, man. Just feel good about yourself. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling like I can do a whole lot today, but the weather, the humidity is just so. My allergies sometimes gets kind of crazy, but it's all good though. I have ways of going about that. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning. Make sure you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to hold you guys up. I know there's a lot of other things going on that you guys want to tune into, but if you guys are on the go, or you guys having lunch today, please check out how to unstress yourself on social media. If you have anxiety, or if you're just seeing things that maybe on your timeline that you don't want to see on the daily because it's affecting you, please go check that video out. I'll be sharing it all today. And I also have a reaction, which is funny, the carjacking crisis. And it's not a funny issue, but it just has funny situations there because dumb people do dumb things. So until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Peace.